Lately, I've been worried about money, and I know that's pretty common and normal and everything, but despite knowing probably more than the average person about finance, since I went to finance classes in school and also worked in the financial services industry, although I wasn't doing finance in it, I still worry, and I wanted to get to the bottom of it, so I spent a few hours yesterday just sitting and thinking. And it turns out, for me specifically, I don't really like monthly budgets. I don't think my brain is powerful enough to picture 30 days at one time. It's too mentally taxing for me. I don't really like mental math, and I don't think that I should have to do it for the rest of my life. So what I came up with was, what is the number that can be on my credit card statement? And what I mean is, when I pull up my credit card app, what is the number, the big number in the front? What is that number allowed to be every week? That's what seems to be working for me. I calculated that based off of a lot of factors, such as how do I want to live when my husband retires? What age do we want him to retire? How many kids do we want in the future? What kind of schools will they go to? What kind of spending do we do now? And putting that all together, I now know roughly what the number on my credit card app is allowed to be for the week. I think it's a step in the right direction when I feel more peace about the strategy I'm using than whatever strategies I was using before. Now I feel like it's a game. Can I get this number to a certain range every week? And every Monday I'll pay off our credit cards, and then it'll reset. Another thing that's new for me, I thought there was something wrong with me, I really did, is I never really wanted to be a mom. And I'm not pregnant, but I wanted to mention this in case anyone else feels the same way, which is, I never really got excited about human babies and parenting my whole life. I never thought to myself, oh, I would love that. I never did. And I thought something was wrong with me. I was very career focused in my 20s, a bit of a workaholic. I still am, but just not with my career. Recently, I felt like I was doing pretty well and was starting to get bored a little sometimes, and had time for video games, or had time to mentor more of the young people in my life. Then I started to feel like I'm ready to host people in my house, and I'm ready to have pets. So after I got pets, I realized that my fears, I could never keep a plant alive, ever. My fears about that really faded away when I had pets, because when they were behaving in a way where I have to check on them, I got this rush as if I had a bunch of caffeine in my body, and this hyper awareness that I had never had before, and you could say maternal instinct, because I couldn't really sleep unless I knew they were okay, but in a good way. I was just very focused on them in a way that I didn't know would come so naturally. And so when I wake up in the morning, I automatically remember to feed them and give them water. And I had always worried, because I couldn't keep a plant alive, that I didn't have the ability to make sure someone is fed under my care. That was a relief. I felt like I have something in me that would probably be much more powerful if I were taking care of a human baby. But there's something in me that just naturally makes sure that the babies in my care are okay. Right now they're just rabbits. But maybe there will be a human one day, I don't know. Should we walk around a little? You're probably tired of hearing my voice. Really warm. I just realized that every day looks different. I know every city has different lighting, but every day is also a little bit different. There's never really one day that has the same coloring or lighting or temperature or feeling to it. And so when it's good, I guess I just have to take it in. But it helps that New York doesn't have a lot of mosquitoes, I think. Makes it easier to take it in. I've always wanted to move to Florida when I get older, but I'm scared of the bugs. Another new feeling I had recently, I'm full of them, is I woke up one day and I thought to myself, if someone told me that I would be where I'm living for the rest of my life, I thought to myself that wouldn't be too bad. I would be okay with that. There's still somehow more places to go to in New York that I've probably never been to. This is my first time in Conservatory Garden, which is on the east side near 103rd Street in Central Park. And it's a gated, manicured little park that I always thought about coming to, but I didn't. I just kept putting it off. I've lived in Boston, I've lived in the Bay Area and Florida, Wisconsin, England, China, and I really think that this is one of those cities that I'd like to continue exploring and get to know, hopefully for the rest of my life. I don't know. We could just keep talking like this in New York forever. I'd like that. Alright, this is the third bench that I've been on. I think this is the best one. It's in the shade. Shade is like nature's air conditioning. I have my horse bracelets on that I got in Kentucky. Riding horses here would be pretty great. Just riding one through the... I'd feel bad though, because I think the horse would get really hungry and tired and warm, but maybe you could drink out of the fountain if it's clean. I don't know. Not really making sense anymore because I'm so warm.